Hi, kids. Just wanted to make a quick video here explaining our latest assignment, which actually the assignment itself I think is pretty easy, but there's kind of a bunch of clicks that are involved. So I'm going to explain it during our Zooms, but if you're at all confused, I wanted to create a video that you could go back and kind of hear it again for a second or a third time if you need to. So our assignment that we're doing, right? If you go into Schoology and you take a look at our World War I folder, okay, you'll see these are our assignments that we have in there as of right now. Now, the two new ones that we've got, it's actually two parts of the same assignment. There's what we call the Europe in 1914 outline map and the Europe in 1914 map activity. So let's take a look at the Europe in 1914 outline map first. This is using an app called Cami, which I think you've used in your other classes. Gives you an opportunity to kind of draw on a worksheet, color things in, scribble things out, all that kind of stuff. So we open that up, and this is kind of the teacher view, but it'll show what you need to do. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't worry about that. Okay. So you've got a blank outline map. It's Europe in 1914. Okay. Now, this is what you're going to put your information on for the map labeling part. Okay. Now, don't worry about your thinking, well, what in the heck am I supposed to put on here? I'll show you in just a few minutes. But here's how you do it if you aren't super familiar with Cami, right? You open up a text box, you put a box there, that is the country of France, and bam, it's done, right? And then you go over here, you create another text box, there's Germany. Okay, so we've got that. All right, now, I knew those countries off the top of my head, but I don't expect you to right now. Hopefully you kind of have some idea of those two, but if you don't, that's cool. So we've got that, okay? So you're going to be labeling on that map right there. Now, let's go back to the World War I folder. Okay, now, here's the other part of the same assignment. Okay, we click on it, Europe in 1914 map activity, right? We've got our usual thing. We click it open, and you're going to get a Google Doc that explains what you need to do. Now, you see this list. It says label the following countries and cities on the blank map in Cami. We just looked at that using the linked map, which I'll click on in a second. Then answer the questions that follow in complete sentences. You see this big long list of countries here. Okay, and you've got some cities that are here. We've got a couple of bodies of water that we need to do as well. The Mediterranean Sea and the North Sea, Black Sea as well, Atlantic Ocean are down here. So there's 4 total bodies of water, as well as a bunch of countries, and then some of the cities that are in those. So like London is in Great Britain, GB. Berlin's in Germany. Rome is in Italy. Vienna is in Austria-Hungary. Okay, so anyway, we've got that. All right. You're going to take this list and you are going to label them on this map. Okay. I've already put France and Germany, and you're going to go through and you're going to do all these countries looking at that list. Now, how do you know which ones are which? Well, I've got the linked map right here. So this will open up and you have the map, and we had this in our article that we just read for the FBI notes, but this shows everything that you need is right here on this map, okay? So the map itself is a little different in that, like, this map shows a bunch of Russia here, okay? It shows a huge chunk of Russia. This one here doesn't show quite so much Russia, okay? But it's the same map, okay? It's just zoomed in a little bit. Now, this down here, this is the continent of Africa. This area we call North Africa. Okay, we're not going to do anything with that right now, so if you're wondering, what the heck do I do with that? Don't worry about it. We'll talk about Africa later, but really you're going to do all of your work in here. Now, the thing you may notice is that you may run into some trouble with labeling some of these countries that are really small countries. Like, for instance, right where I've got that particular uh, uh, arrow, when I put a text box right there, well, that is the country of Montenegro. Okay, which is a little country with a long name. Now, notice I went over some other ones, so I might have to move my Montenegro over or something. As long as you're in the neighborhood, I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm not going to make a huge deal about uh, about exactly do they have it in precisely the right spot. You're doing your best on that. So just kind of be aware. It's going to get a little crowded in this area. So we got that. Okay. So that's what you're going to use. Notice Montenegro right there. And in fact, they put it mostly over the country of Italy, in fact, but they got that little arrow there to where the country is. So anyway, we've got that. Okay. Now we go back to this. So once you've labeled all of these things, and they are every single one is on this map here, and you're labeling it on this map. Once you've labeled all those, now go down to these 4 questions, and you answer these questions right on this Google Doc right there. Okay? So once you've done that, you submit the Google Doc that I've got open right here as a regular assignment, and you submit the outline map in Cami. So it's 2 5-point assignments, but it's really the same assignment all put together. So that's what we've got going on. Now, like I said, I'm going to be explaining all of this here to you guys in our Zooms, but I wanted to create a video here really quickly in case some of this went past you the first time you heard it, you zoned out a little bit, and we can make sure that you're good to go. Okay, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. But I think if you follow the directions, really, I think the assignment's pretty easy. But sometimes clicking between the different maps and knowing, okay, where do I find this? That's kind of been what might cause some trouble. So that's what we've got. Hopefully you'll have success with that. Okay? Thank you so much. Talk to you later.